Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. As you have seen, it has been, it's been a while since I have done lineups. Obviously, I have some stuff going on. Been moving here the last week, so that's why I've been up and down on the videos. But hopefully, that is not too bad. Let me check something here real quick for you guys. All right, 1 second. All right, just make sure everything was up and running. We are having very bad weather, so just making sure everything's all right. All right, so it looks like everything is good to go. So, like I said, sorry about that, but as I said, we're having very bad weather, so just making sure we are still up and you guys can see everything. So, anyway, as I said, I haven't been here for a week or so. Like I said, I moved, moved. Yeah, I moved. So that was kind of why I really wasn't doing videos for you guys. Trying to get into it, but time to do videos just got too tired. So anyway, should be back full time doing them. Like I said, all moved in and also then ready to go. So anyway, last night only 2 games. So if you guys did good, I didn't play. A lot of high scoring, crazy, different combinations out there. So hopefully, you guys did all right there. Anyway, we got 10 of them here for the main slate. I'm going to be showing you guys something a little bit different. I found it out a little bit. A couple weeks ago, I've been playing with it a little bit, and it's not too bad. For the most part, yeah, everything on it, like I said, the site I'm going to show you, everything is pretty accurate. It's a good place to find out, for sleepers, the top guys to play for, and like I said, I'll get into it. Maybe you guys have heard of it. It's called Draft Dashboard. Uh, yeah, it's not too bad of a tool. I'll definitely get into it. Like I said, some pretty good little things to look at there, and definitely helps you out with the research. So anyway, yeah, as normal, guys, $40 per month for NBA. You guys know how it is. 3 to 4 lineups per day for the main slate. Lineups will be posted 10 to 15 minutes before lock. Always the main slate. We usually don't do slates that are 2 or 3 games, just because, like I said, it's so hard to cash. So definitely keep that in mind. Usually all the main slates, that are 4 games and up, that's what we play. To get in on our lineups, check out our website at knamafia.net. Yeah, we've still been doing pretty good. Last couple of days have been up and down. It's been a little bit crazy, but it happens. I think last time I did a video, I think it was the 31st or the 1st, we hit like a 384 or something. If you guys checked out DFS Moneymakers, you guys would definitely see all the results from all of our subs. Anyway, yeah, to get in on our lineups, check out our website at knamafia.net. We will also have our website in the comments section. You will have to have a Twitter to access our lineups. So, like I said, guys, we'd love to have you guys on board. Our lineups are very easy to cash and double ups. Head to heads, that's what I recommend a lot. Just anywhere you play them, they cash pretty well. So, would love to have you guys on. Like I said, it's 2018. Want you guys to start the year off right, and would love to have you guys on the team. So anyway, that's really it. Like I said, not too much really going on. But yeah, definitely excited to get back doing videos for you guys. So, all right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go over here. As I told you, this is Draft Dashboard. Like I said, for the most part, everything is on point. It also updates whenever there's injuries. Then obviously some of the sleepers will come up and everything like that. So if you guys haven't heard of it, it's kind of just kind of a place, kind of like Fantasy Labs. Right here, you got to find the sleepers. This is the guys that they think are gonna, obviously the sleepers that not many people are gonna have, and definitely save you some salary as well. So right here, it's called the Dash Rank. It's 0 out of 100, 100 being the best. As you see there, Wesley Matthews has a 100 rating out of 100. So yeah, anyway, 100 rating. So, obviously the higher it is, the better the player is. The opponent rank, obviously, that's the DVP. Chicago ranks 25th against that. And then the next opponent position defensive rank is 30th. Anyway, yeah, it's looking pretty good there. That's the team defensive rank, and then the opponent position rank is 30th. So as you see there, Chicago struggles really bad against shooting guard, and Matthews has been hot as well. And then here, this shows you obviously he's been healthy. Home game, so that's not too bad. Possession game, Dallas pace is 95, Chicago pace is 97.8. That's kind of the total there with a 198, 192.8. Let me go look. But it's projected at a 212, so that's not too bad. Matthews, last couple games not looking too bad. 32, 22, and 32 in his last three. His minutes as normal aren't too bad. 37, 35, and 29. I really do not mind some Wesley Matthews tonight. Usually don't like picking the dude, but as it shows you right there, definitely not too bad. Number one ranked cheap player. Like I said, he's risky. He's only $5,000, but last three or four games, he's been pretty good. 26, 31, and 22. Bad one against OKC, but then 32 against Golden State. Yeah, definitely don't mind him. Go through this a little bit quicker. Rubio, 97 rating. He's been looking pretty good through 35, 44, and 20 in his last three. Price went up a little bit. Denver team is 16th, so middle of the road. Don't mind Rubio here. His minutes have been up and down, so that's the big thing to worry about, but he still has a 97 rating overall. JJ Barea is the third best sleeper. If you guys have been looking at him, he hasn't been too bad either. 25, 36, and 32 in his last three. Same thing facing a Chicago team that's not good against his position. I mean, you got a lot of Dallas guys. Dennis Smith doing pretty good too. Tobias Harris, that's probably only if Drummond is out. Lamb, he's been super hot. Bad thing for him, hasn't been playing big minutes, but facing a Laker team, fast pace here, not good, obviously, against shooting guard too. Last three games, 34, 33, and 29 for 6,100. I don't mind that. Evan Turner, he's been hot. Terry Rozier, 28, 30, and 30. So it just keeps going on, and shows you a couple guys. Dwight Powell, that's a deep GPP, had 36 last time out. He's looking half decent. That could be a deep GPP option. And then if you go over here, it shows you the top players. Obviously, some of the cheap guys are going to be up here, but this is the top rated players of the entire slate. So it's a mix of the big guys and some of the cheaper guys. As you see here, Drummond, number one rated. That's only if he plays. Obviously, if he doesn't, then not too good. Aldridge, 100 right there against Phoenix. He's been straight fire. Walker, easy matchup against the Lakers. McCollum, easy matchup against Atlanta. So, this tool's really, really good. I love it. Like I said, sometimes, it is DFS, so some of these guys may not perform like they're supposed to, but, it definitely gives you a good idea of who the top plays are and definitely some of the sleepers. Then I'll just go over here real quick, and then you can find the studs. So if you got all your sleepers, you got 2 or 3 of those guys in there, go over here to the studs, and it shows you who the top, top studs are of the slate right there. As you see here, you still got your Giannis. You still got some of the big guys. They're a little bit lower, but, it don't really matter. They're still pretty good plays. So even if they're a little bit lower on the ranking, I still don't mind it. I mean, 85 rankings, not too bad for Giannis. So, that's definitely just shows you a couple there. So, I just want to show you guys that. I'll probably show you guys that probably every day here. This is a really good tool to use. Like I said, just shows you all the rankings and stuff like that. Like I said, it shows your stud sleepers and all that. So definitely going to be using that a lot. So anyway, with that being said, let's get on to the regular program of me going step by step with these here. So Detroit, Philly, no total because of that Drummond news, as we know there. And as draft dashboard, just showed you Harris has a very, very good rating. So don't mind Harris. He's only $6,200. I don't know how this This is going to go, obviously, if Drummond's out, Boban, whew, wow, 5,300. Ah, shoot, I don't know if I can play him. Obviously, Fanduel, they hopped on that right away, which kind of sucks. I love Boban, but probably shouldn't went up that high. I think Joel Embiid should eat in this one. I really like him if he's all healthy and ready to go. Darius Saric, I think he's a half decent play. I'm really not into this game. Covington was up on the ratings there. Maybe put him in there. Bradley, he did. I think he's one of the guys that did step up quite a bit last game when Drummond was out as well. Actually, he didn't have a 27-8. Luke Kennard, I'm not sure how you say his name. He's been playing a little better, I think. 31-20 against two pretty hard teams. So, yeah, not really into this game. I need some Drummond news. If you can't play, maybe some Ish Smith Tobias Harris, maybe put him in there. Covington, not too bad of a spot, but I'm not really into this game. Even if Drummond plays, I don't know if I can really play him. So that's up to you. If you want to spend it for Boban, I don't mind him, but I don't think he's going to get more than what 5,300. He might hit about 4.7 times, maybe 5 times value, but his price is just way too up there for me right now. So like I said, maybe look at Harris, maybe look at Covington. Like I said, all depends on that Drummond news. All right, moving on. Minnesota, Boston, 205 in Boston by 4. So like this one, I do think, honestly, the total's not going to be as high. Maybe 201, 202. Irving, as I showed you, he's up there very good in the ratings. I like him. Terry Rozier, obviously a good spot. If Jones is out, Brooks might get a couple more minutes. But if Jones is out, I really don't mind some Jamal Crawford. I think he could be a half-decent spot there. Jimmy Butler, he's getting pretty pricey here. As we know, Boston's a very good defense, so I don't know if I can go him. I did pick Brown in one of my other lineups last time against Cleveland. He did half-decent. I do like Gibson in this spot here. Gorgie Dang, he's been playing off the bench. I've seen a couple guys pick him. He hasn't been too much. So it looks good. It really does. But, man, shoot, I don't know if I can really pay for anyone in this one. One guy I don't mind is Al Horford. Karl Anthony Towns, he's been up and down as well. Half-decent spot here. As we know, Horford's not really a good defensive player. But Towns has been struggling. He really has. 38-63, 38-28. I don't know if you can really trust him. I mean, it's a half-decent matchup for him. Obviously, as I said, should be a slower game. Boston is a pretty good defense. It's up to you. I don't know if I really need him. Al Horford, not bad. Dang. I'm sorry, Gibson, maybe 25, 26 from the dude. I guess maybe Butler, maybe Wiggins. But Irving, I think for sure, 8,400, that's way too cheap. And as I told you guys earlier on the ratings, Terry Rozier was looking pretty good, so I think he could be a half-decent cheap option for you. I mean, look, this guy's been hot. He's only $4,300, guys, right there. Not playing big minutes, but, man, is he productive. 29, 32, 29, 29, 28. He's hitting like 5.6, 5.7 times value in like a week straight. So I think you got to put in Terry Rozier. Not afraid of Minnesota's defense at all. So, yeah, I love Rozier. I like Irving. That's probably the two main guys. Like I said, maybe consider Butler. Maybe look at Gibson and maybe Horford, but two main guys I'm looking at is Irving and definitely for some value is Rozier. So definitely check those guys out. All right, New York, Miami, 202 and Miami by 5. So, all right, let's go look here. All right, another guy. He was on the kind of the ratings. I really don't mind this tonight. His ownership is going to be very, very, very low. Mr. Goran Dragic. This dude's been, quietly very hot, and I like his matchup against New York here. I mean, look at 48 and 46 the last two. Obviously, he's getting healthy. This dude's been fire. No one's going to have Dragic. $6,800, I think, is way too cheap in a GPP tournament for this dude. Put him in there. I really do like him. 6,800, I think, is a good spot here in a GPP. Easily get you, 40 to 50 if he is on. So keep him in your GPP thoughts. Same here, Josh Richardson, another guy usually don't like picking Miami, but they're in a pretty good spot here against the Knicks. 31 and 31. He might hit at five times here. Playing big minutes, that's what I'm liking there last couple games. So anywhere from 30 to 33 from Richardson. Obviously, usage going down a little bit with Dragic being back. Another guy, maybe you can put him in there. It is a little bit slower game, but Michael Beasley, he's been turning it on here recently. He's been looking pretty good, 33 and 45 in his last couple games. They're finally playing the dude. Like I said, a little bit slower game. Obviously, a slow game against San Antonio both times, but it didn't look like that really slowed him down. So I think his ownership should be a little bit higher, but still don't mind him. I'm not really hot on Whiteside or Cantor here. So Dragic, I think he's my GPP guy. Ownership should be really low, but easily a guy that can get me 40, 45 here at very low ownership. And like I said, I like Richardson to get you 30 to 33 points, and maybe look at Beasley, but that's really it. I'm definitely looking at the point guard and maybe some small forward there. So Richardson and Dragic would be my two picks in this one. All right, moving on. Toronto and Milwaukee at 216, and it's an even spread so far. So that's definitely a good sign. Love seeing stuff like that. So, all right, let's move on here. We got Toronto and Milwaukee, as I said. Lowry, I don't mind him. Obviously, he's not really been productive. They don't really need him with DeRozan here. I don't mind the dude. One guy that came out of nowhere, and a couple guys obviously that won the GPP the other day had him is Mr. Wright. He's been half decent, 61 points against Chicago. Maybe put him in there. I think his popularity might be a little bit higher tonight. I don't know if I can really put him in there. It's up to you. Maybe if you want to go that way. Shooting guard, DeRozan. I don't mind him. Don't mind Middleton. Even though he's going up against DeRozan, still don't mind him. Giannis, I think this could be a half-decent spot. Based on hard team in Toronto here, but 216 total and no spread. I like him. Price came down, respectively for him. Only 11,000, so I think I can afford putting him in there tonight. Not really high on those dudes. I think Valanciunas could be maybe a GPP option. One of those guys that doesn't really score a lot. Doesn't get big minutes. But he's been up and down. As you see, his minutes are just trash. Don't know if you can really trust that, but who knows? He might go off for 23, 24. It has happened before. Portal hasn't really been doing anything. So I guess if you're looking at this one, looking at Giannis, looking at DeRozan, maybe a little bit of Middleton. Not the best game, I don't think, for him, obviously. And then maybe look at Lowry. Wright, I think he'll be a little bit more popular. I personally just go Rozier if you had to. So, not too bad of a game. 216. I might get into it a little bit more throughout the day, but so far DeRozan, a little bit of Middleton, and definitely Giannis. And we'll have to see with some of these other guys. Maybe Ibaka. Obviously, I don't care for Milwaukee's defense. So, interesting. A couple there. We'll have to definitely keep an eye on that one. We'll see, how the total is throughout the day. All right, Chicago, Dallas. I personally love this one for cheap guys. And as you guys saw in the draft cheat sheet there, they had a lot of guys from both teams up there in the mid-90s there for the ranking. So we got a 212 in Dallas by 4. I really don't mind this one. As I told you guys, let's go back here, find the sleepers. Dallas had a lot of guys up there in the top 4 or 5. Obviously, don't have to pick all of them, but there's a couple of them. Wesley Matthews, J.J. Barea, and Dennis Smith Jr. Those are the 3 top dudes there for Dallas on the value wagon. So, all right, where are we at? Dallas. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, so Dallas not playing bad. And as I told you, Barea, this dude's been hot. Still, as normal, limited minutes. But, man, once he gets on the court, this dude is straight fire. He knows how to, knows how to play that game. 31, 35, and 25. Like I said, minutes aren't there, but obviously he's way over a minute per guy. Dennis Smith Jr., a guy that I think, he's been up and down as well, but looking a little bit better here recently. 44, 32, and 29. I think he can sit around 28 to 33 in this one. So definitely don't mind those two. Holiday, another guy. Unfortunately, his price is going up a little bit, but I still think he could hit just at 5 times here. 31 and 37 his last two. Not looking too bad. As I said, I think he's going to hit just 5 times. So I don't mind him, but might get you 33, 34. It's not bad, but wish he was a little bit cheaper. And then, as I told you, the number one cheap guy on the board is Wesley Matthews. That's up to you guys if you want to trust him. As I said, he's been looking a little bit better here recently for only 5,000. But if you guys know who Wesley Matthews is, he can dud on you. It's happened to me a lot. As you see there, he's had a rough stretch, 12, 15, 18, 15. But it looks like he's got a shot a little bit. Obviously, that defense is helping him a little bit here. As you see, a couple blocks, his assist numbers are going up, which isn't too bad. So if you want to ride the hot train, ride the draft cheat sheet, then don't mind him. But as I said, he could bust on you, so definitely keep that in mind. Not really high on those guys. Harrison Barnes, as normal. I tell you guys every time, about 30 to 32 points from the dude. That's up to you. Mr. Marketing. He's been picking it up here. Meritic, he's been, obviously the guy there for Chicago. But, man, Marketing been playing a little bit better here last couple games, and his minutes are going up a little bit as well. 33 and 38. I like Marketing in this situation, and I think he's up there a little bit. And the ratings, there he is. He's 84, which isn't too bad. Minutes, obviously, that's not too bad there. Dallas is middle of the road against the power forward, but, should be a good game, so I don't mind putting in Mr. Marketing at all. And then that power forward position, if you just need a deep GPP punt play and hopefully he has a good game for you, is Dwight Powell. His minutes the last couple games have been all over the place. 14, 15, and 28. So he'll probably average around 16, 17 minutes in this one. But, another guy that's kind of a minutes per guy minutes per kind of a guy. Fantasy points per minute. Man, sorry about that. But 21, 19, 35, obviously Golden State, that was a good one. Not looking for that there. Looking for about 19 to 23 in this one. Doesn't seem like a lot, but 4,100, you could definitely get in a couple guys there. So that is up to you if you trust him. Dirk Nowitzki, another guy. He's been looking half decent recently. Another guy that I think his ownership should be very, very low owned. If you're looking for 25, 26, I don't mind him. Had a bad one against OKC, but besides that, 33, 37, 33, 33. Bad one, as I said, and then 27. He's only 5,400. He's easily over the last week and a half, he's been hitting over 5 times. So definitely don't mind that. And as I showed you, he's a little bit lower, an 80 on the rating, but still, he's not looking too bad. And also, he's been relatively hot as well, as you see there with the little fire. So don't mind him either. So, yeah, definitely a lot of value in this one. As I said, you don't have to pick all of them. Maybe 1 or 2 of them. You don't want to get burned. If you pick all of them, you're going to get burnt. So it's up to you who you think is going to be the better play. You got Brea, Smith, Holiday, Matthews, Marketing, maybe a little bit of Nowitzki and deep GPP with Powell. So a lot of good value in that game. So definitely pick and choose who you want in that one. So definitely, like I said, good one to get some value from. With a 212 total, that's definitely not too bad for that game. All right, Phoenix and San Antonio. We got a 210 total in San Antonio by 12. So it looks like this should be a blowout, but we'll see here. San Antonio has been playing a little bit closer games here recently. If you want to go Booker, maybe put him in there. Kawhi, he's going to play his minutes, but who knows? This could be a blowout. Maybe Kyle Anderson maybe gets a couple more minutes here. He had a good one last game, obviously, because Kawhi Leonard was out. So it doesn't get the craziest minutes, but maybe if you get you 19, 20 minutes, he might get you 23, 24 fantasy points, but he's up to 5,000, so I don't know if you can really trust on that. Maybe if Leonard was out, but Anderson, maybe 23, 24. Like I said, that's a little risky. Aldridge, I think he'll be a little bit more popular here. One guy I don't mind here is Marquise Chris. It's weird seeing his price this high. Aldridge is a very good defender, so keep an eye on that. But Chris, man, he's been playing some pretty good ball. 34, 28, 38, and 34. Could be a little bit slower game here, but still don't mind Chris. I'm a little on the edge with him because, he has busted on me in the past, so definitely keep that in mind. Gasol, not really playing big minutes for me. If Chandler's out again, maybe go Monroe, but not too into those guys. So Aldridge, like I said, it could be a blowout, but I love him in this one. I've been picking him. He's been easy money for 40 to 45, so I like that for sure. Very consistent for cash games. Leonard, I think you could play him in this one. Only thing here is I think they're going to blow him out, so he might play 3 or 4 less minutes than normal, but still should be a pretty good option. And Booker, that's up to you guys if you want to go that way. We know how he is. So, maybe look at Leonard. I really like Aldridge. Maybe look at Chris. So 1 or 2 in that one. Like I said, that's a 12 spread, so it could be a blowout. So definitely keep an eye on that. All right, Denver and Utah. We got a 207 and Denver by 6. All right, so another guy, like I said, keep going back to this dashboard. It's a very good tool here. Looking for some sleepers. Rubio is the 2nd overall sleeper here on the slate. As a team, they're Denver's middle of the rank here against the point guards. But, Rubio stepping it up. Price went up a little bit, but I still think you can play him. Another one of those guys that he's been hot, but he could kind of, who knows, he could have a bust here. But, I think you could take a shot with him. He's been playing some pretty good ball here the last couple games, 44 and 34. That's up to you. If he gets you 33, 34, definitely don't mind that. So, should be a half-decent game here for Mr. Rubio if you want to put him in there. Mitchell, I think he's in a half-decent spot. Harris, Wilbarn, that's up to you if you want to go that way. Cephalosha screwed a lot of people the last time Utah played. Favors, I think he could be a half-decent spot here to get you around 30 to 33 in this one. And not too high in Jokic, maybe 38 to 40. But looking at favors, Lyles also, don't mind him. He's been playing a little bit better. And as normal, it is his old team in Utah, so he might want to show him up. They did play just a little bit ago. I didn't catch that game. How did they do against Utah? He had 28-6, so maybe put him in there. He's 6,200. He's sitting just below 5 times, so I don't know if I really need him in this one. But favors 6,400, that's definitely respectable. So favors, don't mind Mitchell if you want to go that way. I don't think his ownership should be too high. And then I'm definitely looking at Rubio because of his ranking for sure. So, yeah, definitely what I'm looking at. A little bit lower game there at a 207, so maybe 1, maybe 2, but still a couple guys. All right, got 3 left. We got Washington, Memphis, 206, and Washington only by 4. So actually a relatively high-scoring game here for Memphis with a 206. Interesting. I haven't been paying any attention to these guys. If Harrison can't play, I guess you can go Chalmers. Beal, maybe put him in there. Half-decent matchup here against Memphis. Evans, I think he's another guy, half-decent option. I'm really not in this game. Marc Gasol, maybe. Didn't really see anyone in this game on the rankings. Like I said, rankings don't mean everything, but they also definitely help out a lot. I don't see them anywhere in this one. So, not really my game. I don't think you need to pay for Wall. I guess maybe Beal. I guess maybe Evans. Look at those two, but I'm not really into this game. I don't see much going on. JaMychal Green, he's been playing a little bit better if you want to go that way. Like I said, I've picked him before. He's been up and down, but, been playing a little bit better here recently. 23, 16, 32. Minutes aren't really there. So, personally, not really into that game. Maybe throughout the day I might pick 1 or 2, but for the most part, not really playing that one. All right, Atlanta, Portland, 207, and Portland by 7. All right, should be a good one here. Wanted to go to this game, but unfortunately I can't go. I like watching Atlanta play, even though they're not the best team. Anyway, we got Mr. Lillard dealing with the right calf strain, but is considered probable. All right, for some reason, if you can't play, we all know to go to Mr. Napier. Price definitely respectable now at 4,200. I think Schroeder could be in a half decent spot here to get you around 34 to 36. I think on. Let me go look. I think McCollum was one of the top rated guys. Let me just go make sure. It was either here or on Fantasy Labs. Let me go look real quick. Yeah, there he is right there. McCollum right there, 100 out of 100. He's been looking pretty good. Last game only had 28. Besides that, he's been looking good. As normal, been playing big minutes, not scared of their defense at all. And I remember, like I said, it was last year, but I remember last time Atlanta, because I was at that game, Atlanta came to Portland. McCollum had a pretty good game in that one. So, yeah, don't mind McCollum again, 7,300. I think he's sitting pretty good for you. Said 29-28. Those two games obviously had a good one against Chicago. As you see there, did play Atlanta at 29-8. I see around 33-34 in this one, maybe 35-36. His ownership should be around 15 to 20%, so definitely keep that in mind. Bazemore, another guy I don't mind. Turner, he was on the ratings a little bit. He's been playing half decent as well recently, so really don't mind putting Mr. Turner in there at all. Price is at 4,800, but I still think that's respectable. 37-31, his ownership should be relatively high in this one, so don't mind Turner. I'm not too high on those guys. And then, as you see here, go back to the ratings. Jursoff Nurkic right there, a 99 out of 100 for his rating. This dude's been straight just fire. 43, 45, and 35 in his last three against Atlanta. They're not too good of a team here. I really like Nurkic. I think he's my mid-range pick of the night here for center. Price is getting up a little bit, but 7,500, that's still a pretty good spot for Mr. Nurkic here. Last time he faced Atlanta, a 35.2, only had 8 points, but only played 24 minutes. So, yeah, like I said, anywhere from 40 to 45 in this one. I really love Jursoff Nurkic in this game. So, looking at Nurkic for sure. I have to have him in there. Evan Turner, I think you could definitely give him a look. Don't mind McCollum. He's not going to do anything crazy, 30, 35 if that's what you're looking for. Bazemore, same thing, 30, 35, not too bad. Definitely don't mind some Schroeder. And if for some reason Lillard can't play, we all know Napier will be very, very popular. All right, last but not least, we got Charlotte and Lakers. Definitely the game you're going to want to pick here. We got a 216 in Charlotte by 2.5. Let's go over here to the sleepers. There definitely was a couple sleepers here for Charlotte. All right, so let's go look. Jeremy Lamb, he has a 91 rating out of 100. Definitely not too bad there. He's been very, very hot recently. All right, let's go down a little bit. Frank Kaminsky, he's there. Had a bad one last time, but besides that, he hasn't been too bad. And then you got Nicholas Batum, and then Walker is on the studs. So, yeah, no, another kind of like Dallas there. You got a couple guys that you're going to want to put in there. Kemba Walker just way too cheap, 8,000. I think he's probably one of my must-play point guards here tonight. Playing a lot better here recently, and as I said, 216 total against the Lakers. Yeah, that's definitely respectable for sure. I could see 35 to 40 easily in this one for him. And then it got Lamb at 6,100. I think, honestly, you can put him in there again. As we know, Lakers, fast-paced team. Lamb loves to shoot those three-pointers. He's going to get a couple open shots. He hasn't been playing big minutes, but this dude's been hot, 28, 32, and 33. I really don't mind some Lamb. Should be at relatively good ownership. If you want to go a little bit lower to Nicholas Batum at a lot lower ownership than Lamb, I don't mind him. Not as high upside here, but one of those guys. He's kind of an all-around player. Hasn't been recently. Usually close to the triple doubles, but guy that can get you 25 to 30 in this one. So I think a little bit more consistent, honestly, is Batum to get you that consistent. Lamb's that guy that's either going to bust on you or go off for 35 to 40. So if you're looking for kind of consistency to get you 27, 28, maybe Batum, but for the most part, I think Lamb's your good bet there to definitely go off. Ingram price came down a little bit. I think he was also on the ratings a little bit lower. There he is, a 69 out of 100. Nothing too crazy to look at. 20, 23, and 24. Not really doing anything there, so probably not going to touch him. Michael Kidd Gilchrist, 76 out of 100, but 15, 18, and 16, he's been crap as well. So I probably wouldn't be touching those guys. All right, sorry about that. All right, power forward, as I showed you guys earlier, Frank Kaminsky had a bad one last time, but besides that, he's been half decent. Marvin Williams has been playing like crap, so Kaminsky, been playing some half decent minutes. As I said, bad one against Sacramento, but last couple games he's been looking good. And as I told you, I'm not really scared of the Lakers defense. Kaminsky, one of those guys, can shoot 3-pointers, obviously. Definitely a pretty good scorer back in Wisconsin. So don't mind Kaminsky here for only 4,500. I think he can get you 25 to 30. We'll see what's going on with Kuzma here. I don't know if you guys heard, but he obviously said out loud that the Lakers didn't try it all in that last game. They just gave up against OKC. So who knows? Maybe he comes out firing, all pissed off. We'll see. His minutes have been up and down a little bit, but he's been very inconsistent as well. Looks like he's a little pissed. Maybe he's not trying as much because the team's not trying. That's what he was saying, that the team's not trying anymore. So maybe he's not going to try as much. I don't know. I don't really want to touch the Lakers, to be honest with you. But that's up to you. Maybe he goes off. Who knows? And then you got Howard. I do think he can definitely eat in this one for sure. So, yeah, definitely, like I said, a lot of value out there, as I mentioned. So we're going to go use the draft dashboard here for the sleepers. All right, so let's go look at some guys here. I'm going to go put in Rozier. I told you I really did like him. I think he should be in a half-decent spot. Let's go bring him up again. As normal, he doesn't play big minutes, but I think against Minnesota, a team that's struggling. Sorry, not struggling, a little low at the depth there at point guard. I do think Rozier could be in a good spot here once again. Ownership should be a little bit higher. They're in Boston once again, and Rozier loves playing at home here. So it's just 29, 32, 29, 29, 28. Like I said, minutes aren't really there, but easily getting over a point a minute for sure. So I'm going to go put in some Rozier. Even if he gets me 24, 25, still hitting 5 times value. So that's what I'm looking for from him. All right, so let's go over. All right, let me go click on something here real quick. All right. All right, sorry about that. So now I just switched it over to trying to find a point guard. All right, so it looks like Walker, he's the sure favorite here. Dragic, as I told you, I liked him. Those are the top 7 guys, just from the ratings. As I told you guys, that doesn't mean they're the best plays. Obviously, you still got your Giannis, some of those big dudes out there. But, even without this, I really do like some Walker. So we're going to go plug in Mr. Walker for sure. Definitely not looking too bad there. Now let's go look at the small forward. Let's go look at the top plays here. Just everybody combined real quick. All right, we're going to go look at the shooting guard position. All right, hold on. I'm going to let that load here. Oh, shoot. All right. Shooting guard, let's go look at that. All right, so we got McCollum, number 1. We got Wesley Matthews there. I really do like DeRozan. I'm gonna go. Let's see here. Um, for now, I'm gonna go McCollum. So, he doesn't have the highest rating. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go a little bit cheaper here in this area. We're gonna go Lamb and Mr. Wesley Matthews. Like I said, looks a little weird, but I'm gonna go that way. Um, Small forward. I think I got to go get Giannis. I know he doesn't have the best rating, but Giannis is Giannis. It don't matter. He should have a very good spot here tonight. And not too many crazy big dudes out there tonight. So let's go look here. Yeah, they got Giannis. We're gonna go Giannis and Mr. I think we're gonna go Evan Turner. Yeah, we're gonna go Giannis and Turner here. Evan Turner. Oh, sorry about that. All right, so that leaves you with 6,900 per player. So we're getting up there. We're getting a little bit more better players here that we can go at. So let's keep going. I really want to get Nurkic, as I told you guys. Hopefully we can afford him. I do want Aldridge. So there's Aldridge right there. Let's go see if I can afford these guys. We're going to go put in Aldridge and Nurkic. I don't think I can afford both of them. That leaves you with a $4,600 power forward. There's a couple there for 4,600. You got Frank. I think I might put in Frank Kaminsky just to put him in there. So, all right, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like I said, that's definitely not a final lineup. That's just me looking at it real quick. Yeah, so anyway, let's go through it. As I said, Walker, definitely my number one player tonight for point guard. GPP point guard is Dragic. Really don't mind him. And then you got your normal Dallas guys. You got Barea and Smith. I love putting both of those guys in there. If you have room, I think my cheap option here is Rozier. As you look, he's been very consistent for sure. Shooting guard, I spent down a little bit. As I said to Rosen, I do like him if you can get him in there. McCollum, he's high on the rating, but I can, see around 30, 35. That's not bad. But Lamb, I think he can give me anywhere from 27 to 33 in this one. Relatively, good option there. And then I got Wesley Matthews. I may change him out. I just put him in there because has a pretty good rating. But as I told you, he could bust on you. So that's a little scary. But 27, 28, I'll definitely take that from Wesley Matthews. And as I told you, Mr. Giannis, I have to have him in there. Richardson, don't mind him. Evan Turner, as I told you, he's been playing some pretty good ball. Only 4,800. I think he can easily hit about 5.4 to 5.5 times tonight. I know that San Antonio game's a blowout, but Aldridge is really the only guy I really care for there. Favors, if you want to go a little bit lower, I don't mind him. And as I told you there with Frank Kaminsky, 4,500, kind of your GPP guy. Like I said, he had a bad game last time, but facing a Laker team that that's not doing too good here at all. Been losing games left and right. I could easily see 25, 26. He's only 4,500, so that's all I need. If he gets me 30, 35, I'll definitely take that. And then last but not least is Jusuf Nurkic. I told you guys he's probably my number one center on this slate. 7,500 against Atlanta. I really do like him in this spot. Like I said, last time he faced Atlanta, a little bit lower than normal. Had a 35-2, but only 24 minutes. So I'm guessing maybe he had some foul trouble, but he should average around 28 to 30 minutes in this one. So easy 40, 45 in this one. So, yeah, like I said, that's kind of a base lineup that I'm kind of looking at. Obviously, I might tweak it up just a little bit. Like I said, maybe mix up my shooting guards a little bit. That might be my weak spot. Maybe put in a Dragic or something, and maybe spend up to go get DeRozan, something like that. But I really do like Walker. So for the most part, small forward, power forward, center, that's all set. Like I said, maybe change out Frank if you want to, but for the most part, definitely not too bad. So like I said, just found this out not too long ago. It's obviously a pretty good tool. Made a pretty good lineup right there for you. And it updates throughout the day when there is injuries and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely not too bad. So that is it, guys. As normal, if you guys do want our premium lineups, let us know. We would love to help you guys out. Only $40 for the month, 3 to 4 lineups per day. Easily make your money back. If you're new here, definitely check out our Twitter at DFS Moneymakers. We'll have our Twitter in the comment section. Just click on that. Go to our profile, and you see all of our subs and definitely us winning and showing all of our winnings and stuff like that. So we definitely do win. To get in on our lineups, check out our website at knamafia.net. We'll have the website in the comment section. Click on it, and step-by-step instructions for you guys to get all set up. And also, you will have to have a Twitter to have our lineups. Definitely keep that in mind. So, yeah, a little bit longer video than normal, but I've been gone for a while, so went a little bit more in depth for you. If you guys enjoyed, this year, kind of looking into it a little bit more, definitely leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. The more likes that you guys leave, obviously that shows that you guys like that I went to Draft Dashboard and showed you guys a little bit over there. So yeah, that is it. Hope everyone has a good day. Like I said, it's looking pretty good. A couple injuries might happen, but for the most part, it's looking like a pretty good night here. So that is it, guys. Like I said, haven't been here for a while. Glad to be back. We'll be doing videos for you guys here almost every single day. So yeah, hope everyone has a pretty good day. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.